We would now like to begin this session. And for the welcome remarks, may I please invite on stage the Chairman and Managing Director of Kantipur Media Group, Mr. Kailash Sirohiya.
Thank you, Sadiksha. Good morning, everyone. Right. The keynote speakers of Kantipur Conclave, India's former National Security Advisor, Mr. Shiv Shankar Menon, and Nepal's former Chief Election Commissioner, Mr. Bhojraj Pokhrel. The experts from the various fields who will be taking part in this various session of the two-day Kantipur Conclave. All those taking part as guests and all those watching us live on Kantipur TV and in Kantipur. I would like to greet and welcome you all on behalf of the Kantipur Media Group. This is the third session of the Kantipur Conclave. Kantipur Media Group has been holding various kinds of summits and conferences centered on important national issues. In this conclave, we'll also be discussing regional and international issues. This is why this conference is both unique and important. We believe that there should be public debate on matters of mutual interest. It is with the belief that we are organizing this conclave. The success of the two previous editions of the conclave in 2019 and 2020 has also motivated us to take the initiative to give continuity to this program. The third edition of Kantipur Conclave had to be pushed back a little due to the COVID-19 pandemic. In fact, COVID caused havoc right around the world. There is a big difference between the pre- and post-COVID worlds. COVID has brought about the biggest shift in the global politics, economic system, and balance of power after the end of the Second World War. The Ukraine war that started even before the world could overcome COVID has further hurt the global economy. Many countries are witnessing economic slowdown and people are suffering. Nepal is not immune to this trend. As well, climate change has emerged as another menace before us. The previous COP meeting in Glasgow, nearly 200 countries expressed their collective commitment through the Glasgow Climate Pact. Yet its implementation has been very weak. Humanity cannot run away from the multidimensional crisis that has resulted from the pandemic, war, and climate crisis. There is a collective challenge before us to move ahead by tackling these urgent issues. Some of these vital issues will be also surely be raised in the many sessions of this conclave, we believe. Even in the 3 decades since the establishment of Kantipur Media Group, Nepal has witnessed many groundbreaking events. The decade-long Maoist conflict, active monarchy, the 2006 People's Movement, the Madhesi Movement, establishment of republic, the 2 elections to the Constituent Assembly, and the promulgation of the new constitution are some of the major events in Nepal's recent history. All this happened for the country's prosperity and development. But the Nepalese people have not been able to see this prosperity and development. Lack of political accountability is mainly responsible for this, beside other situation-specific causes. Nepal, which has long witnessed government instability, has been hit by one after another political and social upheavals. But the recently held local elections have suggested new beginning. They reflect the new aspiration of the new generation. Nepal is on the verge of its second federal and provincial elections since the establishment of the new constitutional order. This is a wonderful opportunity to strengthen Nepal's democratic process and in the state of prolonged instability. In this context, That's the third edition of the Kantipur Conclave is being organized. It will not only help us understand the current problem and find ways to overcome them, the event will also bring into public debate the various examples of constructive initiatives and motivators that we have witnessed in the time being. The central theme of this year's Kantipur Conclave is beyond expectations, beyond boundaries. This also respects the human desire not to be confined with the set boundaries. The main goal of the Kantipur Media Group's annual Kantipur Conclave is to get experts from in and outside the country to intensively discuss the country's economy and social progress and transformations, and to find out more constructive way forward. This is why in the 2 days of the program, we will discuss political, geopolitics, economy, energy, climate change, gender equality, digital transformation, soft power, political dialogue, music, and various other issues. Addressing the 12th session of the conclave will be 52 different speakers who are going to have the discourse. I believe this program will help connect Nepal and Nepalese with the rest of the world and engage in deep discussion on issues of current and future interest. Behind the success of each of our program are our readers, viewers, listeners, and sponsors. I'd like to express my special thanks to them. In the end, once again, I would like to welcome and express my gratitude to the Right Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Sehbahadur Deva, and all the others who have made time to take part in this program. Thank you.